now that Netflix has officially confirmed when Stranger Things Season 5 is coming out, fans have started noticing something. The hit sci-fi horror series could have chosen a release date that would have been perfect for the story, but they didn't. Season 5, which will wrap up the main Hawkins storyline, is being split into 3 separate releases. The first batch of episodes will arrive on November 26, 2025, followed by the second volume on December 25, 2025, and the grand finale on December 31, 2025. Even though this will be the last time we see the original Stranger Things crew together, the franchise is far from over. Netflix has already teased several spin-offs and other related projects that will keep the Stranger Things universe alive. But Season 5 is the true end of the journey that started back in 2016, so naturally, the hype is massive. This is the final chapter for 11, Mike, Will, Dustin, Lucas, and the rest of the gang, and fans have been waiting years for this big farewell. Here's where the interesting part comes in. If Netflix had released Season 5 Volume 1 on November 6 instead of November 26, it would have been the perfect date from a story perspective. That's because November 6 is the day Will Byers vanished in Season 1. It's the event that kicked off the entire saga, and it even plays an important role in the final season's plot, based on the episode titles. For longtime fans, this could have been an incredible full circle moment. The story that began on November 6, ending with its final chapter, starting on the exact same date, 9 years later. The first season of Stranger Things may have dropped on Netflix during the summer of 2016, but in the actual show's timeline, the events started in early November and continued up until Christmas. That's why November 6 would have been such a fitting, symbolic date. It would have been like the series winking at its audience, acknowledging the beginning while leading us into the end. But Netflix and the Duffer Brothers clearly had other plans, and honestly, it's not hard to understand why. While a November 6 release might have been a dream for hardcore fans, it's not exactly the most strategic day from a streaming business point of view. Instead, they chose dates that are designed to get as many eyeballs on the show as possible, not just in the U.S., but worldwide. Releasing the first volume on November 26 means it drops right around Thanksgiving in the United States, a time when millions of people are off work, relaxing at home, and looking for something to binge. The following drops on December 25 and December 31 are equally smart. Both dates fall during the biggest global holiday season, when people across the world are on vacation and have more free time to watch TV. It's a recipe for maximum hype and record-breaking viewership numbers. Netflix has used this strategy before with Stranger Things. Back in Season 4, the release dates were carefully picked to create the biggest possible buzz. Breaking the season into 2 volumes kept the show trending for weeks, and the final episodes smashed streaming records. Clearly, they're hoping to repeat that magic for Season 5. Only this time, it's not just about big numbers. It's about sending the show off with a massive global event. So, from a marketing and business perspective, the chosen dates make perfect sense. Thanksgiving weekend, people are home. Christmas Day, families are gathered, and streaming together is a tradition now. New Year's Eve, the ultimate binge before the clock hits midnight. These dates practically guarantee that Season 5 will dominate conversations in social media at the end of 2025. Still, it's hard not to feel a little bittersweet about what could have been. November 6 isn't just another date in Stranger Things lore. It's the single most important day in the entire story. It's the moment Hawkins changed forever. Imagine logging into Netflix on November 6, 9 years after the first season's events, and pressing play on the beginning of the end. The symbolism would have been off the charts, and it would have made the experience even more emotional for fans who have been with the series since day one. But here's the thing. Netflix knows exactly how invested fans are, and they've never been shy about sprinkling little nods and callbacks throughout the series. While the release date may not match Will's disappearance anniversary, there's still a good chance that Season 5 itself will heavily reference it. The Duffer Brothers love tying the story together, so it wouldn't be surprising if November 6 is acknowledged in the plot. In the end, it comes down to two different priorities: fan service versus global viewership. November 6 would have been a gift to die-hard fans, but November 26, December 25, and December 31 are a gift to Netflix's numbers. The holiday season release ensures that Stranger Things Season 5 will be one of the biggest streaming events in history, and it allows the series to close out not just with a bang in Hawkins, but with a bang on the internet and in pop culture at large. From a sentimental point of view, the missed date feels like a what-if moment, a small piece of perfection left on the table. But from a practical standpoint, Netflix is playing the long game, making sure that the end of Stranger Things is not just memorable, but unmissable. And with such carefully timed drops, fans all over the world will be counting down the days together, whether or not November 6 gets the honor it deserves.